St. Patrick's Day, the one day of the year when everyone's Irish. But before you get lost in a haze of Kiss Me I'm Irish t-shirts and pints of green beer, why not think outside the box, as my producer would put it, and find a different, classier way to honor the true spirit of Ireland?
Honestly, I don't know of any self-respecting Irishman that would drink a sweetened cocktail with Irish whiskey, or God forbid, green beer. I think it's odd that on St. Patrick's Day, we don't think of the one undisputed gift that the Irish gave to the world: whiskey.
But who knows what to look for? Tom Macy knows, and he's going to tell us the top 3 things to look for in an Irish whiskey.
What is it about Irish whiskey? I mean, can you go into a little bit about the history or about how it's made?
It's a lot lighter and smoother than a lot of other whiskeys. And
So, I mean, compare it to Scotch.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Scotch has its trademark smokiness. I think that, you know, in terms of whiskey drinkers, often Irish whiskey is a more introductory whiskey. People often sort of get in, that's like your ground floor because it's more drinkable. But I think that's another reason why Irish whiskey is so popular, is that it is less aggressive and more drinkable.
Do you mix with it? Or?
I think that you can use you know, a little like water here and there to open it up. You know, if you add dilution, water or ice, which will melt and add dilution, it stretches out all those flavors. There's so much packed in there.
If I were a neophyte whiskey drinker, and I came to you as a bartender and I said, I want to try an authentic, true Irish whiskey for St. Patrick's Day. What would be your 3 words of advice for me?
There's pure pot still, which is unmalted barley and malted barley, and it's distilled in a pot still, twice distilled in pot still, or perhaps more. I find that the pure pot still is the most traditional. It's the most flavorful and enjoyable to me. Then you're looking at what is in the barrel, or what the barrel is they're using to age it.
In Ireland, there is no law regulating what type of barrel the whiskey's aged in.
They often use Madeira barrels, which is a fortified wine, port, and a lot of sometimes the bottles will tell you what barrel it's aged in, but not often. So sometimes you have to do a little digging.
Right.
If your bartender knows his stuff, maybe he'll be able to tell you. My third tip is how long it's spent in that barrel.
The aging.
The aging. People often think that, you know, an 18-year-old whiskey is going to be better than a 10-year-old whiskey.
Right.
I mean, the price certainly would suggest that. And it goes on personal preference, of course, but I believe that's just not true. I think that sometimes when whiskeys spend such a long time in wood that they end up tasting more like wood than they do whiskey. What I've found, the Irish whiskeys I've enjoyed the most have usually spent between like 8 and 12 years in a barrel.
Now, I could go on and on about the details of peated single malts or continuously distilled blends, double or even triple distilling. But when you're celebrating St. Patrick's Day, does any of that really matter?
We have a lot of people on St. Patrick's Day that are, you know, the one day of the year where everybody seems to be Irish.
Yeah, right?
And I think Americans have taken, and Irish for that matter, have taken it, you know, as a holiday to express your Irishness.
Yeah,
Through
I think that
mass consumption of alcohol.
I think it is funny how a lot of other cultural holidays that we've embraced are all sort of based around drinking.
And we just
Cinco
turn
de
them into
Mayo.
drinking holidays.
Yeah, right.
So this St. Patrick's Day, forget the amateurs and the green beer and celebrate the spirit of Ireland with the good stuff, the real stuff, the amber liquid that is the very essence of the country itself.
I think that on St. Patrick's Day, there's no better way to do it than with a nice glass of Irish whiskey.
To Ireland.
To Ireland. Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that is good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Much, much better than green beer.